Again. Sorry, this has been split into two videos again. Apparently, if Oblivion doesn't crash at all, then OBS will crash. One or the other will happen every stream. Done it so far. God damn it.
How goes it?
But hey, I'm not gonna have to go out of my way to start the Dark Brotherhood quest because of the game fucking up. They'll find me at some point, maybe, probably, and then we'll get to see some of the worst Bethesda writing. Like, actually, unironically bad. That'll be fun, right, everyone? The fun part will probably be listening to me complain about it.
You have completed your tasks for the Count.
All right. Da-da-da-da. Might as well use this time to train a bit.
Good to see you. There's been some terrible trouble at the chapel in Anvil. All of the...
The Count is on his way.
Alright.
So the work is complete.
Where the hell?
Now we can discuss the information I have for you.
How the fuck did he do that?
The cavern is silent once more. I would be foolish to think that this might send a message to those who would encroach on my territory.
Alright, the info.
Your guild does not fully appreciate the danger which quickly approaches. Hopefully when you return to them, their eyes will be opened. The necromancers are a sign of things to come. An old acquaintance of the guild has come to Cyrodiil, and they are answering his call. While I do not know for quite what purpose he has arrived, I believe the Guild of Mages is in great danger. Mannimarco has returned.
Mannimarco, the King of Worms.
He's established himself somewhere in the north of Cyrodiil. This is
Falma
all
that delays the
I know.
destruction of the chapel in
See to it
Anvil.
that your
I
leader,
feel like they should have done that in the
learns
original.
this as soon as possible.
As it is, the player can just never see the original state of the Anvil chapter.
To see it destroyed
Chapel.
either.
I mean, in that same vein, you can never see what Kvatch was like. It's already exploded, and everyone knows the Emperor is dead long before you get there.
He is an old and powerful necromancer. Traven will recognize the name even if you do not.
Sure is unfortunate the guy who'd know him most is off-continent right now. Anvil Chapel actually has a pre-destroyed state, they just never show it to you?
I've told you all that I know.
I get that.
That some from your guild have defected to join him. I believe you can be Perhaps it is a mistake to make that assumption. Return to your guild and prepare yourself accordingly.
Don't tell me what to do. Beginning of the Knights of the Nine DLC. Oh.
Well met.
I do not remember that DLC starting like that. The way I remember it is just you leave the prison and then it started. I guess they added that then? Or maybe I just... Not destroyed before the DLC is installed, but it's always installed with the remaster. Ah. Maybe I'm just not remembering that.
Hi there.
I'm just crazy? Dang. Well, at least I know bathwater will never lie to me. I can take anything he says as absolute fact. He told me I was crazy. And I can't trust my own senses. I can never see the original state of the chapel or the NPCs who were killed in the attack. Oh, it's finally not considered trespassing to go through this portal I was invited through.
Hello.
Ah.
What news from Skingrad? I assume you've spoken to Count Hasseldor?
You assume. Wrong! Okay, now, Manny Marco? I'm not too familiar.
What? Is that possible? This is grave news indeed.
But you look so happy about
perhaps foolishly, believed that necromancy was all but stamped out in Cyrodiil.
Even with all the
necromancers? I couldn't have been more mistaken. I shall need to consult the council as to how to proceed with this situation. Thank you for the information. It may save many lives.
Alright. Think it eventually gets repaired at least? I don't know if I've ever... I will say,
Hello.
Oblivion, I've beaten Oblivion. I don't know if I've beaten all the DLC before. Or if I have, it was just once and then I got bored.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. You do not yet qualify. Farewell.
Alright. Thought I'd ask.
How
Had to
are
go
you?
wipe out a nest of vampires.
My attention is focused on the council.
Okay, I'll just go outside and shove something up my butt. I don't know. This hammer will do. Armor mastery. I can repair enchanted stuff. You who do literally all of our work are not yet qualified. Everything except Shivering Isles, because at that point you're kind of done. You're satisfied with your progress. I feel like I've gone straight to Shivering Isles before, just because it's like some of the most interesting stuff in Oblivion. Let me rephrase, some of the only interesting stuff in Oblivion, where they talk about the weirder mechanics of the Elder Scrolls universe. Like, the lip service they pay to Manny Marco is okay. Oh, how nice. All the beds are taken in the only place where there's beds. Fine, I guess I'll just sleep tomorrow. Assholes.
Welcome. Please.
Manny Marco,
by
more
all
like
means.
Fanny Fartco. That joke is so much worse in, like, British English. Ascended to level 9. So that's how it works. You plod along, putting one foot before the other. Look up, and suddenly, there you are. Right where you wanted to be all along. Real King of Worms would never be a barefoot Altmer loser in a cave. I mean, he'd be an Altmer loser in a cave, just he wouldn't be barefoot. Because, let's be fair, he was always an Altmer loser in a cave. But having his tootsies exposed is too much.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. That's good. You'll need a clear conscience for what
Your lips are not matching up. Like, your lip sync is off, dude. Explain yourself now.
In due time, dear child. In due time. First, an introduction. I am Lucian Lechamp.
Maybe a Chad Lich surrounded by sexy lady dancers.
And you.
True enough on that part.
Cold-blooded killer.
He's still kind of a loser in a cave, though.
Without mercy or remorse. The Night Mother has been watching, and she is most pleased. And so, here I am. I come to you with an offering, an opportunity to join our rather unique family. So, I have your rapt attention. Splendid. Now listen closely. On the green road to the north of Breville lies the Inn of Ill Omen. There you will find a man named Rufio. Kill him, and your initiation into the Dark
I can never hurt
Brotherhood
Pan's right hand.
will be complete. Do this, and the next time you sleep in a location I deem secure, I will reveal myself once more, bearing the love of your new family. Please, accept this token from the Dark Brotherhood. It is a virgin blade.
Oh, watch this virgin. Yeah, what a
May
virgin.
it serve you
This
well,
blade doesn't even fuck.
as does your silence. Now I bid you farewell. I do hope we'll meet again soon. Your path is clear. Here, send Rufio to his death, and the Dark Brotherhood will embrace you as family.
Get him, boys! In the wrong part of town, motherfucker.
Pathetic.
Oh, shit. Yeah, should I killed someone. I don't think they had a name, though. Probably fine.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
There's the guy bleeding to death.
Die, damn you.
Oh, Raminus is in here. No wonder he's getting his ass
You'll
kicked.
never take me down. Die.
Being killed. My link to the Mysterious Assassin Guild, now that link has been severed forever. I do like how all the Mages Guild is like, who the fuck is that? How'd he get in here? Kill him! I'll take that hood. Like that, fortify marksman and sneak a little bit. I think there's more to it, in fact. But I can't see all of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually do that. That's why it was a quick save. I still want to show off that quest line and why it sucks. Though as funny as it is for Lucian to instantly die. Like, I know this guy. I'm sure he's just a cold-blooded killer. And then every mage in the guild just starts beating him with their summoned weapons. Nearly broke Emil's heart. Sucks to be Emil then.
Excuse me.
I'm glad they let you do that in this game, though. They don't just, like, make him untouchable so you can't do that. I suppose they don't really have essential NPCs in this game, do they?
Hello.
At least not in the same way. Or maybe they do have some.
Hi there.
Legion duty here in Syria.
My attention is focused on the...
Okay, still not enough time. There's a whole army of Morrow Boomers after his ass whenever he does.
Well met.
Whenever he does what? Oh, he has to dodge assassination attempts from them. Oh, wherever he goes. Right, right. Just barely the edge of the chat box is covered. So, sometimes the first letter I'll see wrong. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but still.
Realize what this means?
One theory I kinda liked, and it's not one without, like... There's not a lack of proof for it, it is just never gonna be confirmed, ever. Is that the Dark Brotherhood you see in Morrowind are actually,
Well, all right.
Dagon cultists, basically just faking
Good
it.
morning.
Because they don't act like the Brotherhood does in the rest of the series.
Good, good. But let's not be too hasty. We must be sure of our findings. If there's any doubt,
Growing Nirnroot in a pot? How? Think there's a Nirnroot conspiracy? Have you read up on some of the nonsense about Nirnroot? But this, okay, I guess it's not nonsense per se, it's, So apparently there was an extended period of time in Tamriel's history where the sun just wasn't there for a while. And that's when Nirnroot started growing. Just go this long so he'll be done. No, Glorthar? You know, he sends you to go after David, Cyril, and Tochus Sexitus? You know, they both have planted Nirnroot in their houses? Ah. I have seen a lot of those, coincidence? Think not, Glorthar is right and he knows too much. I have, seen, like, about that quest, a lot of, like, deep dives on it. Where they're like, were these people in some kind of conspiracy?
You must be
And like, there's some people who claim they remember discovering something on some of them. But going into the game, genuinely, there's not shit. The real answer is probably not, almost definitely not. Like, they're all squeaky clean. The most you can find is one of them wrote in her journal that she actually kinda had a crush on Glorthar, but then and she thought they were getting close, and then he really backed off.
Hello.
They say Alinor on Somerset Isle.
The council is in complete disarray at the news of Manimaco's presence in
I think it was
Cyrodiil.
interesting that Cyril and
The King
Sextus
of
both
Worms
have
has
Nirn in their
obviously
houses, which is
targeted
supposed
the
to be
guild,
very
but
rare.
we have no idea why.
It is a bit
No
odd,
demands
but
have been
probably
made.
unrelated to
All
Glarther.
of my attention is devoted to the council. We must discern the reason for this sudden attack and stop Manimaco before
They're the only
he
people in
destroys
the
us
game
all.
that potted Nirn root.
I am unable to look into something that has been brought to my attention. Are you capable of going on my behalf?
Let's say I can.
Good. Please go to Bruma. I have not heard from Jean Frasoric for a few days now, which is unusual for her.
Decide to make your character
While I
paranoid
welcome
about the
break
Nirn
from
conspiracy. They
correspondence
freak out
with her,
whenever they see
I
it.
worry that something may be amiss, given recent developments. Find out if Jean is all right, and let me know if she needs anything.
Get right in the aisles. Yep. Who is
Make
Jane
sure
exactly?
she's all right, will you?
No, I get
It's
that.
not
What
like
does she
her to
look
avoid
like? What
contact with the
species is she?
university for so long.
Visible.
Is more
Come see me
beautiful.
when you've spoken
I've
to
never
Jean.
been. For the
Well met.
it's
Down there. Not that far from Nignon Twill, but...
it's you. The hero.
Just, go from Fort Home... Nah, go from the old bridge just for the sake of some travel. Weird it spawns me right here for the old bridge. I guess it's the safe place? I don't know. Elvis Gate.
Spriggans, nature's guardians, my foot. Mean things. They'll curse you.
Strange, I have this innate desire to see a Spriggan, but I can't imagine why. Ouch. One sec. Really loud. Going on yourself like not that.
Hello. What?
Something's off here.
Apparently some fool tried to resurrect the Crimson Scars in Deep Scorn Hollow. The Dark Brotherhood will not like that.
I'm not tripping, right? There's something wrong with her face here. I don't think that's how that's supposed to look. Rip this VA, she just died? Oh, that's really sad. I feel bad now. Well, it's not like she made the character design. Her voice sounded just fine. Yeah, another Oblivion Gate. Things pop up everywhere. I have a question. This is gonna be a weird lore question. So we know Oblivion Gates appeared all across Tamriel. Did any appear on Akavir? Like, did Dagon try it? Remember Argonians of Skyrim, revoiced female Khajiit in Oblivion Remastered. Aww. He has that real scratchy voice in Skyrim then. That's sad.
Well, I'll be a spotted snow bear. A customer.
Yep. Not what I meant.
We got plenty of rooms if you want one. Farewell.
Wait. Oh, it's leading me to the wrong...
The Inn of Ill Omen is open for business.
No way knowing there's no communication with Akavir and Tamriel anymore. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm on the wrong quest. I don't want to do this one right
As
now.
always.
Doing Mage's Guild stuff. Bah. Like, it seems like everything the Daedra do, they're aiming at Tamriel during it. Maybe not. Tamriel does seem to have some kind of central metaphysical significance. I mean, the throat of the world is at Tamriel, and that's...
Hello.
in at least one cosmology where they, like, came in from. Tamriel is the arena. Yeah. Like, Tamriel seems to definitely have some kind of significance. But I'm going to choose to believe that they sent a few, and... For instance, fighting and chaos and change and all that stuff, which Dagon is attracted to. I think most of the Daedra are at least somewhat attracted to that kind of thing. We don't hear about the Daedra really being involved with Akavir at all, although supposedly the Sayeski are all vampires, but I'd take that with a grain of salt. Maybe a whole bag if you have it. Like... yeah. Arrived at the Broom and Mages Guild. Heroes have been attacked. Should look for survivors. Ah, shit. Skeleton warriors! I know what will fix this. More fire. I'm afraid Akaviri cartoons would corrupt his Tremora. Yes, I know my apparel's fucking broken. You're the one who broke it, game. Don't act like it's unrelated to you. Right? You can't do it when enemies are nearby. And the reason for that, I'm sure they'll come up with one someday. Yes, I know it's fucking broken. Don't say it every time I take a hit, game. That's just annoying. Kind of shit will happen and the guards will do nothing. Hate living in Bruma. Can't have shit in Bruma. How did that hit me? Bullshit. Why are these things so fucking durable? Doesn't help that there were 3 of them all at once, all next to each other. I can do this all day, Skulton. Not the healing. I'd have to take a break at some point. I can still fuck with you with arrows. If I can hit you at all. Which I apparently can't. There we go. Yeah. They living in Bruma on the 9. My steel arrows back, though I feel like I now don't have enough to be using them freely. Found Selenia Arania. She is dead. I should look for other survivors. I can't loot her at all? Alright. You won't mind me taking these. What do you mean when enemies are nearby? How could there be enemies nearby? Found Volinaro, who was killed. I should look for other survivors. They're counting the survivors as enemies because these are technically NPCs. I'm just taking a nap here, don't worry. Like, oh god, oh no. He seems like he collapsed after hearing very distressing news. Like, oh no. It can't be. Cancelled before the final season. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, step out here to fix my stuff. What are you gonna do? Stop me? What enemies are nearby inside a city? What the fuck?
Am I supposed to be and die? That's the best you can do.
Okay, I think I've noticed a glitch happening more frequently, where there's just an enemy that's, or a character that's not spawning in, and then you leave, and then they spawn. That really shouldn't happen in a game like this. Of course that all broke. I barely used them at all. Broken, shattered. I didn't think they were closed. What time is it? 8 p.m.? What?
Good day. I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma.
Do you mind?
She requests your company at your earliest convenience.
I'm kinda in the middle of something. Is this
Countess
about...
Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her.
Oh, 25
Safe
gold
journey,
stipend. Oh man, I can retire. Look man, I'm waiting for the shop to open. I have shit I need fixed. Gonna be fixing it myself, but I still gotta buy the hammers.
Fjotrid, you need all... Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. You drive a hard bargain.
I'm not messing around with enchanting in this game. It's way too easy to get busted as shit if you do that. At least they let you sell stacks. Like item durability, but you think it's very poorly tuned in Oblivion. Well, either remastered. Remastered is like every item takes 2 hits and breaks. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is an actual glitch. Okay, give me the lot.
Another satisfied... Be seeing you.
I almost wonder if it's scaling with the wrong stat or something. Maybe they make durability actually scale with your armor statistics, so if you don't pick it, you're just fucked. Light armor perks reduce the rate it degrades. In theory, but it's also really, really difficult to raise your light armor skill. I think it started at 30, and it's only gone up 7, and I've been playing a lot. Although, sneak is admittedly fucking worse. I sneak all the time, and my sneak has gone up barely fucking anything. Yeah, it degrades much more slowly at 50.
Go ahead.
I'm not huge on item durability, not necessarily as a concept, but because almost no games do it properly. Because when I see it, I think, alright, either it's going to matter none at all in this game, like in Dark Souls 3, or it's going to be so annoying I can't enjoy it. Like in Breath of the Wild. I despise Breath of the Wild for this specific reason. Despise is the wrong word. I appreciate everything else it does, at least. Breath of the Wild, yeah. I sure do love going through a dungeon to open a chest, and it's a 9th copy of a weapon that I got rid of, like, 4 hours ago because it wasn't strong enough. Sure does make exploration feel worth it on that end. Master Sword should not disappear for like 30 minutes when you use it a lot. Just give it unlimited durability. I don't... It's... Just do that. Also, it's already canon that the Hylian shield is supposed to have infinite durability too. Because it does in another game with durability that you made. In Skyward Sword, the Hylian shield's whole purpose was it didn't break. And in this game, it breaks anyway. Of course. It's the blade, the weapon that smites evil. Can't take it away from me. Of course, they're just fucking here now. Where the f- Okay, I got turned around. Damn it. Skeleton Warriors! Does anyone remember that show? I'm gonna guess no. Because probably the most famous thing done with it is that, the opening of the theme song was used to censor the C word in a certain person's show. They just played that every time instead of calling someone that. It was really funny, and that's how I know it. No idea. There's apparently something detecting me-ish around here-ish. But what, I don't know. I assume a skeleton spawned into the ground or some shit. I could use that spot to train sneak, probably. Oh, cool. This one decided not to follow me. I'm sure it had a reason. You know, if I were at all attached to specifically the Bruma school, like, what if Bruma was the only one with an open slot willing to even let you in? And you actually had to, and instead of the 5 going around quests, they just had a bunch of quests in Bruma to start setting you up for this. And then finally you come back and it's on fire. Wouldn't that be so much better than, wow, I sure don't care. Like, if Bruma held some kind of significance to the player, this would be meaningful, but it doesn't. I think this is the one where they were doing the invisibility prank. Oh, great, more of them. Skeletons sure are good at screaming for some fucking reason. Then again, that's not new to this one. That was a Daggerfall thing. Might have even been an arena thing if the audio had worked correctly. Which it very rarely does in that game. Damn it. Damn it. Horrifying in Daggerfall, but you don't know what the fuck is screeching. Yeah. Here it's just, they're remarkably durable. Or maybe archery just also isn't that good in this game. You know, could be either of those. Neither do they, that's why they screech. Respectable. I mean, this certainly looks really good for the remaster. I doubt there was, like, smoke particles in the original for this. They live in Daggerfall dungeons? Yeah, you know what? If that was the only place I could exist, I think I'd scream too. Especially if you're not lucky enough to be in a simplified one. Poor bastards, they'll never see their families again. I have to walk for 85 years through nonsensical labyrinths just to find the bathroom. I somehow re-stealthed. Yeah, your fists sure are doing something. First town you entered in Daggerfall as a fucked quest. I imagine. Friend or foe? Friend.
Are they gone?
Hello, Jaskar.
I just couldn't move. I could hear the screaming, but I just couldn't move. He killed them all.
Lolia. Shaking my head.
Slaughtered
Akaviri anime strikes again.
I saw his face. I saw the King of Worms.
He looked like your average, everyday, ordinary Altmare. There really was nothing significant about how he looked. I don't know why I draw attention to it.
I couldn't believe my eyes. I think the only reason I'm alive is because I was invisible. But even so...
Always knew it was a gateway to necromancy.
He killed them, one by one. Volanaro was last, I think. He was trying to run away, but he didn't.
Except he had no shoes. I don't know what that was about.
The worm stood over him right before he died, and he... Well, it looked like he sucked out Volanaro's soul. He said something about Echo Cave and destroying the Mages Guild. And he looked right at me and grinned. You've got to do something. You've got to tell Archmage Traven. It's not safe here. Leave.
Went to some guy's attic, you talk to motherfucking Gortwog, king of the orcs, quickly sex change into a female wizard and teleport you to the dungeon from hell. Yeah. That can happen. Here's Jean. It was bad, zombies. Well, it was any given dungeon in Daggerfall, so yeah, it was bad. Many tough zombies. And portals. Oh yeah, portal dungeons are terrible. There he goes. Anyway, you escaped and murdered him. Good job. Alright, might as well do this while I'm here. Hear what she has to say.
Hi!
A-E-I-O-U. But I don't owe you shit.
Well met, my lord.
You wanted to see me, Countess?
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite.
The 25 gold. I mainly came to see what this was about.
Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Narina Kavain. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying.
Not even once.
Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing.
That
a particular
would be?
relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone.
Yeah, everyone's heard of it, of course. The what?
The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins
Rich
at
for
Pale
man, even
Pass.
here, unbearable. Yeah, and she's buying... This is a Pale Pass?
Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass?
Not even slightly.
Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
I am completely lost in what you're doing over there, Quilla. The Alliance ended the conflict?
Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
Okay, but what is it?
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll...
Yeah, sure.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read.
Alright, was gonna ask that.
It was quite damaged. I've also included a
Well,
rough
fuck
map
the hill,
that was drawn
was the
in the
land,
diary as well.
held the spirit of Alessia,
I'm also providing
fucked
you
it
with
until
a
he
unique
died.
key that
Maybe they
was
found a baby with the
supposedly
amulet of
found
kings
with the
embedded in his
diary.
forehead. That baby
I'm
was
assuming
Riemann.
it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
Gonna chalk that up to probably not true, but it's funny.
I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned
Cyril
within the
come,
diary.
he said. Old
The
Riemann,
one
born from the
referred
earth
to as
that is
Dragonclaw
Alish,
Rock has been
yet he would
located.
scorn this country now.
I'll mark it on
Repent,
your
I
map.
say again, repent.
The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck. May the path ahead be free of danger.
Believe it or not, this dialogue is in this game. It's from Knights of the Nine. Ah. Like I said, I think I did that once, and was bored of it. Yeah,
How are you today?
MK got to actually do stuff for the DLCs, admittedly. But Knights of the Nine was still way too, like... I don't know, at its core, it was very... They just... I hesitate to call it Christian symbolism, but... It was very, like, Paladin Knights of, very, like... How do I describe this? It was very, like, generic fantasy knights, it felt like, in a lot of way. Not what I meant to press. They didn't let MK be free. If they did, the spirit of Pelinol would have just killed the player for being an elf. Or a cat, which looks kind of like an elf. But the cat also is an elf, never forget. Khajiit are a type of mare. Supposedly. Pelinol sure won't. They're not elves? I don't know, they kinda seem to disagree.
Speak.
You must have missed something here? Oh, Kami, did you not know? The Khajiit are a type of elf. The weird cat people who look different based on how the moon is positioned.
Any word from Jean in Bruma?
They're descended from elves. They're a type of mare. Why you need to harvest their blood and open the big-ass box in Hermaeus quest in Skyrim. Because they were... Checkmate, atheist. Who said I was an atheist? I believe wholly in the Holy Hist. Huh? Because the Dwemer are the ones who locked it up, and the Dwemer were racist enough to not still call them elves.
He was the only one left? This is worse than I thought. From what he's told you, Manimako, the King of Worms, is here in Cyrodiil and preying on our guild. This is something I'd never have dreamed. We'll need a few days to digest this new information. Should Jaskar arrive here, we'll see to it that he's well taken care of. Thank you.
You didn't know this, Kami? I suppose this is one of the more...
Good
you need to
day.
read more? Tell me you at least know that the lizard people come from trees. They're not elves? They're descended from elves. Is a theory myth? It is one that the Khajiit themselves accept as fact. And I think you have to take their word for it. Khajiit are mayor, then they're actually not really mayor because Bosmer are not mayor either. Yeah, it's a weird question at the end of the day.
I saw a mud crab a couple of days ago.
Creation myth, Bosmer are essentially a primordial ooze thing which Ifre shapes into mare.
Excuse me, fellow man. Is now...
Lineage would seem to not be connected to the old mare.
Hello.
It is weird. And yet, Khajiit lineage is connected to the old mare. Actually, I almost said, but they're not part of the Dominion, but in ESO, they are part of the Dominion, so...
Hello. Before we continue, you should speak to Ramet. Take care.
Do you think that's why the Khajiit were allowed to be part of their group? Need a DNA test? It's hard to believe.
It's my pleasure.
To be fair, it was
Please,
magical Daedra shenanigans that changed them, and... They're part of the Dominion in Skyrim, too? Oh, I actually didn't know that. I guess elsewhere being part of it makes sense.
Your role within the guild becomes ever more essential. You have now attained the rank of Warlock, and are freely able to access the council chamber.
I feel like I was already able to do that. Warlock.
Farewell.
Warlock rank. Warlock rank. Warlock rank. Warlock rank. Warlock rank. They're a puppet state because they're fucking stupid. The lunar eclipse, and when the moons came back, the Altmer took credit. Oh, so the Altmer are just straight up Columbus now, huh? Kingdom of Venequina and Palatine became vassals of the Dominion. By the way, if you don't know what I'm referring to,
Should you need
when Columbus
something,
came
I will be
over,
happy to oblige.
He was like, he wanted some supplies from the natives, and they weren't gonna give him any, they needed them. And he said, okay, I'm gonna tell my god to get rid of the sun, and until you give me the supplies, he's not gonna bring it back. He said that because he knew there was going to be a solar eclipse soon. And they didn't know that. So he was fucking with them. And then the solar eclipse happened, and he got the supplies, so, you know, scumbag. When he told them they brought back the moons. No proof or elaboration. They believed them on the spot. Yeah, the Khajiit are pretty stupid. I assure you that would not work on the Argonians.
At the worst possible time, the council is in ruins.
A
A course
smart
of
ass.
action could not be agreed upon. Some felt that we are in danger of being exterminated, and that it is time to fight back. Others felt it appropriate to fight fire with fire, as it were. The council has shattered, and artifacts have been lost.
Artifacts?
The Necromancer's amulet and the Bloodworm helm have been taken.
How did you idiots lose them?
Karanya insisted on removing it from the university. She said it posed a threat to the safety of the Imperial City. While I do not doubt that she was right, I question whether her motives were genuine. She seemed all too eager to explore its power. I fear she is not safe from the minions of the King of Worms. She is at Fort Ontus. Please go
You
there and
judge the
return with the
lizards
amulet.
too harshly. They
Help
are
her
the
to see
smarter
that
of the
she should
two
not use
beast
the
races.
weapons of the enemy, especially out of fear.
I mean, to be fair, neither the Khajiit nor the Argonians call themselves beast races, because they don't consider themselves part of the same group. The Argonian, they consider themselves completely separate things. The Necromancer's amulet was taken. Thank goodness Ungarth isn't here to kick the shit out of us for losing his shit again. We do this every time between his adventures. Literally every time. I don't think it's happened even once that we didn't lose his stuff. Oh man, he's gonna be pissed when he finds out Uriel is dead too. Hopefully he won't come back from Akavir. And then he won't tear down what's left of the Imperium. Not that anything will be left at the current rate. Haha. Yeah. No, that, like, I think the beast races, I'm not disagreeing at all. There is genuinely no relation between them. Like, the Khajiit came from the mayor who came from... supposedly the Aedra, possibly? Just call it Imperium? Possibly. I might have meant the Empire. Beast race is the most useless category? Yeah, like, giants are considered part of that group. Yeah, that's even less connected. The Argonians sprung up from sentient trees that existed at the beginning of the world. Marin men are at least general lineages. Yeah, even though there's some contesting on some of them being... Even though, like, the Red Guard might be from a different universe entirely, and the Bosmer might have no lineage to the Aldmer. Also got Imga, and there used to be bird people, yeah.
A group
how
of
about that
mages
helmet?
led by Erlav Jarol took the helm and have retreated
Then
to
you got
Fort
Emperor,
Kellerman
whose real
in an
influence
effort to
is the
study
world.
it further. They hope to learn enough from it to find some way to fight Manimarco. I tried to dissuade them, but it was no use. I would like the
You're
helm
awful
returned
smiley
so
for
that
this.
it may be kept safe here in the university. I fear Erlav has made himself a target for the necromancers. Good day.
So I got 2 quests out of that.
Well met.
Are you sure the Imga still exist, Quilla? They're supposed to be all over this entire fucking city, and I haven't seen one. For all we know, they went extinct between games. Are they both over there? No, just... Todd drove them out alongside the forest. Hill and Valenwood until Todd makes a game set there. Yeah. Could be years, though. We still don't know where Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be. I hope... I used to hope it was Black Marsh, now I hope it's not, because I feel like they'll ruin it. I feel like Black Marsh should be treated almost the same as Akavir, where you just hear about it and don't see it. If he does, you won't make him a guarantee. I can't blame him. I can. I can, and I will. Because you know the game would get flagged as racist no matter what they did. What? They're just literal ape people. That's not racism. You want to see it? I want to see it, I just don't want to see it be ruined. Like, I don't want to see, you know... Alright, we're finally gonna see some real histories, like, really see them. It was all a lie. They're not sentient, and the Argonians don't worship them. UnityWriter.com would say it's racist against black people. Yeah, but Writers.com's gonna say that about the Dunmer, too. They already do with Red Guards? Yeah. Buddy says he wants an Elder Scrolls game set further in the past during some event or other. You'd hate that? I don't know, ESO does that. Do you hate ESO? A lot of people do. No, Red Guards are actually, like, really cool. Yeah. Is it the different timeline thing they latch onto as being racist? Because I assure you, it's a really stupid thing to latch onto. A little? Yeah, I believe you, Bathwater. Some things are better being told than seen. Yeah, Hell Don't Show can be very interesting. Fort Double Cross. I wonder what happened here. I'm sure nothing but loyalty. Even Todd knows the mystery of the Dwemer works better than telling the truth. Yeah. I like that you can get conflicting like, theories from very venerated experts within the same game. Man, the downfall of ESO, man, simple times. No mystery, they died because they're assholes. We know at least one of them was an asshole. Probably Kagranak, but we don't know if all of them were on board with it. Hell, we don't even know if Kagranak meant to change the whole of Dwemer, or if he was only trying to change himself. Probably a fair few were. I mean, yeah, they were noted as, like, to be, like, dicks about a lot of stuff. Like, really annoying. And they had multiple factions, but they also had a rep as just being assholes in general about a lot of things. That doesn't necessarily mean they deserved it. Skyrim ones were real bastards. At least the faction that fucked with the Falmer, yeah. Used to venerate Christ and suffered because they knew no love. Bathwater that might be related to Christ not existing in this world. At least slightly related.
I'd better cut down on the ale. I'm starting to see things, I am. Must have been the wind.
Christ is omnipresent? Yeah, in real life. Son of a bitch. At least sometimes the arrows do more damage for no reason. This old mod for Morrowind, which makes the whole game this weird Bible parable for venturing through hell, and in the end you meet God. That's weird. Almost as weird as what's happening to my body. Am I ascending? I think I've finally become something greater. Don't look down too quickly. Your arm is not set at your look speed. At least not perfectly. You can look down faster than your arm goes down. I think you mentioned this mod before, Quilla, and this is still happening. Ride to Fortillment. Need to find Irlav Jarul, who should have the Blood Worm helmet. Already found a Necromancer. Is that another one? Yes, it is!
Always skirting around in the shadows, making me jump.
Oh, now I'm on fire. It's less visually distressing than lightning, admittedly. Ow. Hey, that. Staffs are worth money. The spell 25 points on self isn't bad. Oh, there's a gold piece shoved up that thing's neck, I suppose. Or down its neck. Damn it. Like, so hard to even level sneak in this game, because shit will just see you. Because it doesn't matter what I was doing, I was gonna get seen when I turned the corner. Because it's in bright fucking light. Ooh. Actually could use a better healing spell. This one might actually be too good for me. Called Morrowland. The only link you could find to it is on Internet Archive. It's that old. Wow. The Apprentice. Can I even cast that? Sure enough, I can. Not where I meant to put that. Not where I meant to put that. What? No, this. Damn it. There we go. Morrowland. I don't... That doesn't, like, mean anything. Quick saving in case I accidentally shoot the person I'm here to save. Or find, I suppose. I don't necessarily need to save him so much as find the helmet he took. Damn it. The speed has been damaged. Fuck you. That does nothing but make this take longer. From Hell to Heaven, Morrowind. It's the largest release mod ever for Morrowind. Took over... They could say it took almost 2 years. Just say that. It was only built by my brother and myself. Berserkin Game Bro. That is such a dick move. Damage speed. Just make this quest take longer. That is all it does. Because now I'm moving slower. Yeah, you gotta respect the dedication. And the fish really damaged my speed. That one doesn't even mean anything, Bathwater. You at least try to make it mean something. It means something if you think hard enough? Alright, let me know when it means something. Yeah, you go ahead and let me know what it means when you think of something. Now, if you say it... Now, I will admit... There was a worse joke you could have told that would have been way funnier as well. If you just said, "Well, but fish, your speed is already damaged." That would have been funny. And you know what joke? Yeah, I told it. Is there just like running away to go heal? What is she, a player? I love when they're like, "You'll never take me down," gets shot by arrow. Son of a bitch. Defense mechanism, you can't hurt him if he tells the joke before you. Yeah, that is how I work. It was, I think it was Tyrion Lannister who said, "Take whatever hurts you the most, wear it like armor, and it can never be used against you." Yeah, I got another level. Leveled up a lot this stream. Yeah, they went and made the Flame Atronax sexy again for the remaster. They weren't in the original. And that's why I have I wear my deformities on my sleeve, or at least on my VTuber model. Calling them deformities, that's not the word I meant. Oh good, another one. Make your Atronac all hot and bothered? Your Atronac looks like this. I'm very happy to hear that. So the sexy Flame Atronac in Skyrim instead make them sexier. We must stay focused? Yeah, we're focusing on exactly what we need to. Big fucking ass. I mean, look at that. My god. Alright, I'm not... Don't overdo it. This may not be a family-friendly stream already, but... Don't make it any worse. Resist normal weapons quilted doublet. That is worth absurd money and it only weighs a pound. Going for it. Alright, that missed somehow. Big blunder on that one. Pretty sure those things are the reason most people get into Conjuration, especially in Skyrim where you can have 2 permanent summons. Yeah. People even went and made mods to replace the models of the other ones with sexier versions. The sexy Ice Atronac doesn't really work, because it... maybe it does. Depends on which version, I suppose. Ooh.
Give way, Cajun! I banish you!
Banish you! Ice Atronac will always be a big buff guy, and the storms will always be a swirling maelstrom of rock. I don't know, mod makers seem to disagree with you on this. God damn, I know my apparel's broken. Every time that shows up, I get a little more pissed. Apparel isn't even the bulk of my defense. It's the Lord Stone. Not fair, it's not right, it's it's not fair, it's right, not right, it's bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark. At least my armor is steadily going up. Hi, doggy. Guessing this is him. Yep, Erlav Jarl. Bloodworm Helm. Actually, I intentionally didn't wear this because I didn't want light on me. Oh, is that so? Is that right? Yeah, I can do without. Light armor, you know, there's that. Recover the Bloodworm Helm. You deliver it to the Archmage Traven immediately. You know, when I get around to it. Lovely face. This statue is now only ass. Whose ass? We'll never know. Oh, wait, still unclear. I'm gonna level with you. Face seems to be missing a part, and I don't know of a god that looks like this. To be fair, it might not be attempting to depict a god. Nocturnal? Nocturnal have a big owl thing? Must not remember Nocturnal very well. If both of you said it, it's gotta be true. You two agree on lore, it's correct. Raven? Crow, it's a raven. It looks like any generic bird. Do you know the most identifying part of a raven? It's that it's black. If it doesn't have color, then good fucking luck guessing what bird it is. The draped robes? I feel like all of them wear that, though. Damn it. What the hell? Come the fuck on! Damn it! Fuck this. Knock a pin which is currently falling in the remaster? Sure doesn't look like you fucking can, considering it wasn't working! This is why I'm leveling Alteration, so I don't have to do that stupid shit. Well, I know some people are like, oh, it's too easy. I'm fucking glad they got rid of that shit minigame. It sucks, it's annoying, it's based on RNG. Am I gonna get it to actually, like, do it the slow version, which you can do it with this time? No? Well, then I gotta do it again, and again, and again, and again, and I just have to hope it'll do it. Will it do it eventually? Sure, but who knows when? Can't fucking stand that shit. Hey, Annabelle.
Have you recovered either the...
Yeah, I got the helm.
Olav is dead.
Yeah.
I tried to warn him.
Super dead.
I tried to tell him it was a mistake to leave with the helm. I shall return the helm to a secure place in the tower. It's the least I can do for Olav. Thank you.
Alright, I'll go get the amulet next. But first... Well, first I'm gonna have to wait till morning when there's an open bed. But, you know, they'll level up. You guys know you can just use regular fire for shit, right?
Oh, hello.
How's your problem?
Yes?
Hi there.
Excuse me, fellow Magister. Is now a good time?
Yeah. They really couldn't just have more beds than some of these students don't even have names. You couldn't take one of them out to make sure there's always an open bed for the player to use. There. Ascended to level 10. Who the fuck says a Magister did, like, Magi-Star? I didn't hear it. Woke today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. No, I'm still super afraid of failure. What kind of accent even is that? The kind we're gonna have to leave off on. I guess Hogue's adventure is still not over. No, don't die. I'm not dying, bathwater. I'm just kind of done for the night. Been going for a while. I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. You didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Well, bye, YouTube.